Hello, everybody. Today is Monday, and I'm taking another lunchtime walk. I'm actually on the second half of it, and it's just been raining. It finished raining maybe 5 minutes ago. All the trees are dripping, and my trusty umbrella that I closed up is wet. I'm gonna have to open up and let it dry. And I've actually got my coat on, my very light coat that is waterproof, so that my work clothes won't get wet, though I have to say my pants got a little wet. So I'm doing my walk because I want to get my 21 miles this week, though at this point I actually have doubts that I'm going to make it, but that's okay. I'm going to do what I can every day, one day at a time. Do what I can. And maybe on Saturday I'll just walk a little extra further I should say. But if I walk most days this week, and I should be fine. I have one day, Wednesday, in which I am cooking for my company at the company cookout. I am not going to be walking that day. I don't know, maybe I'll walk that night. Let's see how I feel. Usually I feel like I've gotten a workout just doing that little thing. I've been doing that for the last 3 years. And last 2 years, I should say. And I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a lot. So, supposed to get a new grill this year. I can't wait to break it in. Anyway, so I've been talking about the things that will supercharge your program, your life, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And let me adjust my hand on the phone because I just want to get a more comfortable grip. There we go. So there's 5 things that you need to do to supercharge your life, your program, your goals, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. They are being honest, being open-minded, being willing, and then the 4th thing is having goals and making plans, and then, which is another way of saying living your life with intention. And then the 5th thing is putting it all into action. So you got to put it into action. It's not enough to just talk about it. You actually have to do something, which is kind of important. All right. So we've talked about honesty. When I listened to it, I kind of droned on, being honest here. And but I think I made my point. And then I talked about being open-minded and how important that is. And of course, then I talked about willingness and talked about the difference between willingness and willpower, and how to actually accomplish anything, you have to convert, that idea that sounds really good to you to something you really want. That's why I like to call it wantingness rather than willingness, but I'm going to go with the standard willingness because everybody else calls it that, so why not? Now, before we get into talking about goals and making plans, and we'll spend a couple of days doing that, I have to talk about something else. So hold on with that thought. As I walk past these people. There we go. Alrighty. So, Now, I mentioned when I was initially talking about the 5 things that the first 3 things, which is being honest, being open-minded, and being willing, really add up to a result of having faith. Faith is having the belief, the utter conviction in something. You can believe so completely in something that there's no doubt in your mind. For example, if you see a chair and you believe with utter conviction that when you sit down, it's going to support your weight. And in fact, if it didn't, you would be really surprised, and it may actually change your viewpoint on chairs, at least for a while, until your belief got reaffirmed and that maybe that was just a faulty chair. Well, if you have a belief in a higher power that can help you and love you unlike anything else in this universe, and will take care of you and guide you to where you need to be, then you have faith. But likewise, if you believe in your own ability to accomplish something beyond any doubt, then you have faith in yourself. And the idea is to have faith, because when you have faith, you can accomplish whatever it is that you're after. And in fact, it is those doubts, that fear that you may be holding, those reservations that you may be holding on to, that might actually lessen the faith. It'll be less like faith and more like, I really want to believe that, but. So that but is what gets in the way. How often does that happen? All the time. I really love this bridge. I don't know why it says 1922 on it. I'm thinking that it's a dress, but it could also be the year that it was created, but I really doubt that because it looks really brand new. All right, this is going to be interesting. Let's see what's going on. Oh, these are the people that were under the bridge waiting for the rain to end. Okay. Wait until I get past them.
My brother. Oh, how you doing? Come here, Dion!
Fuck you. I caught him flat. He get a kick out of me.
All right, that was interesting. So, faith. Faith is a very good thing. It takes being honest. I mean, really, truly being honest. Because that enables us to get past the fear so that we can be more open-minded. When we relax our defenses, because we realize that where most of our fear comes from is ourselves, in that we're being rather unrealistic about things, then we can be open-minded. In 12-step programs, there's this step called step 1, which is all about honesty, about admitting what you've done and that your life is unmanageable. And that may or may not be something that you truly believe in, that your life is unmanageable. It actually may be somewhat manageable, but you need to realize that we all have boundaries or borders, and we really can't control other people. We can persuade them through fear or other means, but that's really not the same thing as control. Now, We also have a step called step 4. In step 4, you basically do a moral inventory and get into all those resentments, all those fears, and all those shames, the things that you've done that you've harmed other people. And you basically quantify it, realize where it's truly coming from, you, not the other person, and then you make it realistic, especially with fear. That's a very important thing, is to take fear and let's take a good look at it and say, how realistic is that fear? And once you eliminate the fear, open-mindedness starts coming in. You start becoming willing to be a little more open-minded, and you start doing it, which means the willingness is changed into a wantingness. And that is actually the third thing, becoming wanting more than just willing. And when you've done that, you are starting to believe in your ability to accomplish something, or at least the ability that your higher power is going to help you. Regardless, that faith is going to take you from all the way from the very beginning to the very end, as long as you hold on to it. Faith is crucial. If you're going to create goals and make plans, live your life with intention, put it all into action, if you don't believe in it, you're not going to do it. I can't really say it any other way. There's this whole thing out there called The Secret. Secret is all based on the premise that the universe is like a giant mirror. Whatever you put out there is what comes back to you. Now, to some extent, that's true. But also, it's really more a matter of how you perceive the universe. If you see it in a positive light, then all things are good. If you see it in a negative light, then all things are bad. In fact, I read something yesterday that I thought was really impressive. If you believe that you have enough, then you have everything you need. If you believe that you don't have enough, then you don't. Actually, that's not how it goes. Anyway, but that's the gist of it. I can't seem to remember how it actually goes now. So the point is that the universe doesn't really align itself to you. You align yourself to the universe. That's really what the difference is. The universe is constantly wanting to give you everything you need and everything you really want, as long as it's where you're supposed to be going. And if you're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, then you're not going to get it. It's a little bit like trying to swim up a stream against the current. If you're swimming upstream, it's going to drag you in the other direction. Or even if you're swimming sideways, it's going to drag you downstream. Universe is a power, it's very, very powerful. But if you align yourself with the universe and the way it's flowing, because it does flow, and I guess the trick is figuring out how is it flowing. There's a really interesting mist over the ground, probably because of the warmth from the sun. So when you're working against the universe, you're just going to get a lot of resistance from the universe and inside you, because your heart knows what's best for you. And so the longest distance on any of us is the distance between your mind and your heart. And so when you have inner peace, because your heart or your soul, which is connected to the universe, and if there's in conflict, an inner conflict, about what you really want, what your mind is telling you, and what the universe really wants, you're going to feel, well, uncomfortable. But if you align yourself with the universe, you still have lots of freedom to choose. But the universe wants nothing but good for you because it is love. Because God is love. And love is the most powerful force in the universe. And so therefore, when you believe in that and you are following that, you're following the love, you can accomplish anything you want. Look at any true believer out there. Look how successful they are. When somebody believes something so completely, then there's no doubt that they're going to not accomplish what they're after. Likewise, if you truly, truly believe that the universe is going to provide for you $1 billion, the universe has already have that in store for you, and you're going to get that. Okay? It's not like the universe is mirroring you. You're just mirroring the universe. Find it within yourself, that small, very quiet voice of your heart, just connected to the universe and God, and find out where you're supposed to be going. And when you follow that little, very faint trail, it'll get brighter and brighter as you walk it, until you know, as you have every victory, as everything starts falling in place, it's amazing how much easier things become. And it's all because you really start believing or having faith in whatever it is you're accomplishing. Believe in God, believe in a higher power, believe in yourself. You believe in those two things, God and yourself, you're unstoppable. Unstoppable. Well, folks, faith is a result of being honest, open-minded, and willing to such an extent that you truly believe in what it is you're trying to accomplish. That's how you supercharge. And once you have true faith in what you're doing, the willingness, the wantingness becomes so powerful, that's all you want to do. Other people look at you like you're crazy. Why is that person doing that? But the truth of the matter is you're just following your heart, your passion, your love. And if you're following those things, you can't go wrong. All right. So on that note, we will carry on tomorrow and get into why goals. Why goals are so important. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. I will get this uploaded later. I'll talk to you later. Bye.